What's a present day problem that you feel like you have a real solution for? You know, because we're often, as creatives, we often feel like, you know, there are things that we think should change, and we have ideas, and usually they look at us and, oh, well, you're a musician, so what do you know?
Or you're a celebrity, or, yeah.
Right. But for you, it's so emotionally grounded where you come from. What's a real problem that you feel like you have a good solution for?
Great question. I think the biggest problems, at least in my country, in our America, all stem from one place. And I think there's only one real solution that you need, which is kind of broad brush, but I really think I'm onto something, and there's nothing new about it.
Come on.
And I'm not the only person who's ever said it by 10 miles.
Let's go. The cameras are rolling. I'm so interested in hearing this.
Well, education. And that is the way out.
Yes.
That's all you need.
That's it.
That's it. And it would solve everything from income disparity to even having an argument about marriage equality. Your prisons would empty.
That's right.
Domestic violence would plummet. Transfer of STDs from one young person to another would fall off the radar. America would be the skinny Elvis for the rest of the world, because you'd have this country full of switched on, very funny, very helpful, incredibly wonderful people, which we are already, but with an intellectual upgrade across the board. The fact that America is not #1 in literacy in the world, and we're like way far down the list, should be the albatross that hangs around America's collective neck. I'll debate anyone on this, and I'll win. Because if you want things to get better, I can only look at myself as an example. I'm no genius. But I
disagree, but go ahead.
I was given a fair education. And so why do I not want to rob a liquor store? Why does it not occur to me to go and perpetrate some violence or to blow up something? I think it has a lot to do with my education. Unfortunately, in America, it also has to do with my gender and my ethnicity, which affords me a bit of leeway being a guy, and all kinds of access being a white guy. And so that has to change. And so why would anyone be against that? 1865 was the year that America had the chance to get it right, and we failed. That was the end of the Civil War, and that was the beginning of the 3 Reconstruction Amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Eradicating slavery, equal protection under the law, 1868, the 14th and the 15th. 1870, making race no longer a bar to voting for males. The women had to wait until 1920 with the 19th Amendment. And so Americans got freedom thanks to the 14th Amendment, but we didn't get equality. And that's been America's struggle. Are things getting better? Absolutely. But we have a long way to go. And that is the test of you and I in our time, in this century, in this country, to level that playing field and to come down on equality on every possible angle. And the way you really get that going is education. Because someone who's educated, if they have a sense of where they're from, then they can figure out where they are. And if you really know where you are, then you can lead. Then you can say, here's where we need to go. But only with a firm understanding of what came before can you get to the rest of all of that. And Americans are great. Really good bunch of people. We deserve better. We deserve more transparency in our media. We deserve more representation in our wonderful democracy. And so how do you get that? The same thing that makes everything else better in this country.
Education.
Bingo.
I treat these episodes like college courses for me.
Well, thank you.
This is by far one of the best degrees I've gotten. Thank you.